equations, and we're gonna do. It's called fraction busting, and it's gonna make all these equations look pretty messy to solve, pretty tricky. But if you get rid of, if there were no fractions, they wouldn't be hard. So the way you do it is you find what's called the LCM, the lowest common multiple, but it's also known as the common denominator. So you actually are familiar with it. So let's see. What is the, if I were to like add 1/6 plus 1/8, what would the common denominator be? 24, right? Because 6 and 8 both divide into 24. And so that's the smallest number that 6 and 8 go into. So we can do the same thing with variables. 5 and x, what's the LCM? What would each of those divide into? It's going to be 5x. And what about a and 4a? 4a. And what about 3, 4, and 6? What's the smallest number that those divide into evenly? 12? Uh-huh. And what about 7h, 14, and 2h? We need 14, and we need an h. And then everything will cancel. And what about 3x and 4x? 12x. Yep. Both 3x and 4x divide evenly into it. So here we go. By using this technique, watch this. We'll make all the fractions go away. So look at the denominators, 5 and 2. What number will both of those divide into evenly? 10. So you multiply everything, both sides, by 10. Now, maybe just by 10. So as long as you do the same, it's an equation, right? You just have to do the same thing to each side. So if you do that, all your fractions will disappear. But instead of writing it like that, instead of writing it the 10 just once, I'm going to distribute it to both. So I'll write it like this. I'll go like this. I'll put the 10 here and here to make sure that I distribute it to every term. And now, how many... So here's the magic part when stuff goes away. So how many times does 2 go into 10? Yep. So cross out the 2, cross out the 10, and replace it with 5. 5 goes into 10 twice. So 5 and 10 go away. We get a 2. And now no more fractions, so we can just solve away. So we end up with 5x plus 2x, plus 4x, right? Because there was a 2 here that canceled, equals 40. See? And that equation is super easy to solve. You combine like terms. 5x plus 4x is 9x. And then divide by 9, right? Now, don't worry that your answer is a fraction. You would simplify it if you could, but you can't, so you just leave it like that, and that'll work. So let's try this one. What can I multiply by to get rid of n, 4n, and 8? 8n. So make a little 8n next to each term, 8n, 8n. And then you get to start canceling. So the n, just the n's cancel here. And then 4n goes into 8n twice. So that whole denominator goes away. And you get a 2. And then the 8 and the 8's, you get to cross those out. So very carefully, if you just write what's left over, you have what? 24 minus just 2 equals 15n. I know it looks a little strange, but this is so easy to solve because you just get 22 equals 15n, or n is 22 over 15. And if anything divides unevenly to those, you take it out, but I don't think it does. All right, let's try this one. What divides, what does 2a and 3a go into? 6a. 6a. Yeah. There's really no This is the easiest way to do these. 6a, 6a, 6a. So 2a goes into 6a thrice. Yep, 3 times. 3a goes into 6a 2 times, twice. So we're ready to write what's left over, which is 21 plus 20 equals 30a. So you get 41 equals 30a, or a is 41 over 30. And the last one, I'm going to just make some space here. The last one is, okay, 10x, 2, and 5x. What do we multiply by? 10x. So we go 10x, 10x, 10x. Okay, then all our denominators are going to go away. We bust those fractions. No more 10x because it cancels entirely. So you're left with 4x plus 9 there. The 2 goes into 10x, 5. Oh, we still have 5x, yeah. So that's plus 15x. And the 5x goes into there twice, so we get 2. So you get 19x plus 9 equals 2. 19x equals negative 7, or x equals negative 7 over 19.